This episode of In Focus is being made possible through the support of First Bank Richmond, with 8 locations in Wayne County to serve you. First Bank Richmond, bank where you belong. And by Reed Health, offering nationally recognized quality and technology with a personal touch. Reed Health, let's shine together. And by The Leland Legacy, a rich past and a bright future. Live your best life at The Leland Legacy.
Hi, I'm Eric. Thanks for joining us on this week's In Focus on Whitewater Community Television's WGTV Channel 11. Recently, the Boys and Girls Club of Wayne County had what they called a discovery lunch, a chance to talk to some of the local media about what they're doing and how they have grown and give you some information that you may or may not have heard. WCTV's Ryan Harris went to the Discovery Lunch, which was held at the Boys and Girls Club of Wayne County Jeffers Unit, and here's a chance for you to hear what they had to say.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Discovery Lunch here at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Wayne County. We're very excited to have everyone here today. The purpose of this lunch is for all of us to come together and figure out how we can better partner and collaborate even more to meet the needs of our young people. So we would like to kick it off with our mission statement. And our mission statement is very important to us here at the Boys and Girls Club. It's a requirement that we have for all of our staff members for them to be able to cite the mission statement, because that's what really captures what our work does every single day. And so our mission is to inspire and enable all young people, especially those who need us the most, to realize their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring citizens. And so with that, a piece that's very important to us is the part that says, especially those who need us the most. We want to make sure here at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Wayne County that we're knocking down any barrier that our young people and our families have to ensure that they have a safe, positive place for their young person to come after school. And so serving 6 to 18-year-olds, we'll get into more details about the cost of membership and what we do to knock down those barriers. However, we are very focused on that, especially those who need us the most. Also, we have our vision, so the North Star that guides us. And so what's really important about our vision statement is that we are addressing the ever-changing, ongoing needs of our young people. And in order to do that, we are very focused on strategic partnerships with our school districts, collaborations with our other nonprofits, and how we can all collaborate together to, again, meet those needs of our young people. We also are very proud here in the last year or so, we've created what our values are. So when you are inside of our buildings, our values are non-negotiable. So it's really what we stand for, what we ultimately hope that everybody has, how everybody feels when they're inside of one of our clubs. And so our values are safety, opportunity, accountability, and respect. And what's neat about how we came up with those, because of course it's hard to boil everything down to 4 words, is we started with our leadership team. So we have about a 15-person leadership team, and we talked about, what's important to us, what are our guardrails that will help guide us on those difficult and challenging days. And then we also shared that out with our board of directors, and then we board of trustees, and then also our young people. It was very important that we had youth voice in this. So we're very proud of these values, and they truly help guide us and make the right decisions for the youth in our community. And so, like I said, we'll get into the cost of a Boys and Girls Club membership. We are very proud, and you'll hear more about all the different opportunities that we offer. And we are so proud to be able to say that the cost of a membership for an entire year is $15. We want to make it as affordable as we can for our families. We also understand that $15 may not be affordable for some. And so we are willing to give scholarships and different opportunities so that way no youth is ever turned away due to the cost of membership. And so we're going to spend a lot of our time talking about three core things. So when you think about Boys and Girls Clubs of Wayne County and what can kind of separate us or makes us really proud of the work that we do, it's what we call our 3 Ps. So it's our places, all of the different locations that you'll hear about. It's all the different programs and the opportunities that we have for our young people. And then it's, of course, our people, not just the young people that we serve, but also all the people who are part of our work to make sure it's as special as it can be for our 6 to 18-year-old club members. So we are very proud to have 7 different locations that our young people can go to, 6 of which they can go to every day after school. So we have 3 standalone units here in Richmond, and then we also have a unit in Pershing, and then a unit in Hagerstown as well. And then our hidden treasure is what we call our Camp Guy, which is a 168-acre camp down in Connorsville that we take our members to in the summer. And then we also have the Weston Bank Charitable Foundation Professional Development and Training Center. And we're very happy to have that space and fortunate to have that space because that allows us to have additional offices for our staff members and then also a training space as we onboard our staff and then the ongoing training and professional development that we do with our staff members. So on this slide, you can see our 3 Richmond units. So we are, again, so fortunate to have the partnership with First Bank Richmond. And we have our First Bank unit that serves about 120 kids every day after school, and that's located on the north side of Richmond. We also have our Jeffers unit on the south side of Richmond, named after Richard E. Jeffers. And that unit serves about 140 kids each day. These numbers are constantly growing, which excites us. And then we have our Ronald L. McDaniel Foundation unit, and that is named after Ronald L. McDaniel, who passed away and believed so strongly in the work of the Boys and Girls Club. And so what's really unique about having the north side, south side, and west side covered is that we have a great partnership with the Richmond Housing Authority to where any of our youth that live in the low-income housing, they get a free Boys and Girls Club membership. And so all of those units are either in front of or across the street from one of those housing complexes. So we're very grateful for the partnership that we have with the Richmond Housing Authority. And then we also, like I said, we have our Hagerstown unit. This unit is thriving with our young people. We have about 100 to 105 kids that attend each day. And that's part of Hagerstown Elementary and really speaks to the relationship that we have with Nettle Creek Schools and that partnership to ensure our youth have a safe place to go after school. One of our newest standalone units is called our Wayne Bank unit. That is located in Pershing. And again, we are so grateful for the ongoing support of Wayne Bank to ensure that our young people have a place to go after school in that area. And so we're very proud that unit's serving over 80 kids every single day. And again, that is just going to continue to grow as we continue to have more and more years out there to get to know our families and that community. So we love being able to serve youth in that area. And then again, the last picture on this slide is Camp Guy, 168 acres, truly a hidden treasure. The highlights of every day are the creek walks our kids get to go on, the hiking that happens, the fishing, and the amount of fish that they actually catch in that pond is very impressive. And it's such a unique place to take our young people. And we have just an incredibly dedicated team of staff members that are out there every single day in the summer with our kids. And then, like I said, the Ronald L. McDaniel Foundation, so grateful for their support. An extension of that is, and that's located on West Main Street. is the Club Teen Center. So it was very important to us with focusing on increasing our teen membership that we have a space dedicated solely to our teen members. So the Club Teen Center allows our teens to have their own separate access into one of our facilities and to still get all the different opportunities that one of our other locations has as well. So we're seeing about 17 teenagers a day. We also do weekly teen nights in that space that gets about 20, 25 teens that come to that. And again, that's constantly growing as we continue to have more programs for our teen members and really focus on different opportunities for our 13 and older who come to the club.
Okay, I'm going to talk about our programs. When I'm talking about programs, that means what are we doing inside of the club? We get a ton of resources from Boys and Girls Clubs of America, and we get to pick and choose what our kids' needs are versus the community needs. So it's really catered to our kids' needs, guided with what we call the formula for impact. So this really lays out what we're doing in all of our buildings. We're taking our members, young people who need us the most, and giving them an outcome-driven club experience. And to the right of the screen are our priority outcomes. So if we have our kids, they're experiencing a regular attendance, we have targeted programs, 5 key elements, things that you're doing in those programs. You're making sure they're getting recognition, they're having fun, they're staying safe. Along with those high yield activities, they will be successful in these priority outcomes. They will experience academic success. They will have good character and citizenship within their community, and they will also live healthy lifestyles. So that is our goal in almost everything we do, not even necessarily just our programs. That is encompassing all areas and interactions with our members. Good. So we have in club programs, and then we also do a lot of programming outside of the club. So during the school day, we have staff that go into classrooms and do prevention programming. So we have violence prevention, drug and alcohol prevention. So we are really focused in on that during their school day, and then we'll also they'll get that in our clubs too. So over 2,000 youth impacted by those programs. And then another special program we have are offering free tutoring to our members. So at least twice a week, 30 to 45 minutes, our members that need tutoring get that from Richmond Community Schools teachers. Come in at least 4 times a week and we'll tutor our kids. That program's free to our club members, which is very rare. Tutoring is very expensive. To have someone privately tutor your child costs a lot of money. So we're very proud that our kids have access to that on a regular basis. And again, we try our best to match teachers that are from the schools that our members are going to. So each club serves different schools, and we're trying to get those teachers in to become tutors. So over 4,000 sessions of tutoring, that's within a year. We're on track to do even more this year. We've added tutors to some clubs because there is obviously a huge need for that as well. So 20 different programs, evidence-based or staff created. They're hitting on all different types of things. Really think about those priority outcomes and what programs would be applicable to those. We have, my favorite program is Healthy Habits, and we have just kids gathering around and learning about nutrition, and then also trying foods that they would never try before. So I've had a lot of members try raw broccoli for the first time, a peach for the first time, and that happened in our clubs. So that's really creating a positive relationship with them. And again, one of our values being opportunity, we can do that with food too. So that's one of my favorite programs that we do. Good. And please stop me if you have any questions too about any of this. Oh, is this on here? Okay, so more about our programs. So like I was saying, with Healthy Habits, we also run a program called Club Fit. So we're trying to be holistic of a healthy lifestyles approach. So not just food and nutrition, we're also talking about physical fitness, mental well-being. We have programs that are touching in on all of those categories. So Club Fit is a program that is designed to keep kids moving for at least 45 minutes. So that's no games that have them standing in a line, or if it's a game that they do get out, they have to do 10 jumping jacks to get back in. So that is the most popular program. One of the most popular programs. Our kids come in after school and they just need to run. So that's another really popular one we have. Older members can be signed up for our WIN program. That stands for Workforce Initiative Network. That is an 8-week program. The first 4 weeks, they're doing those soft skills and really building a resume. We do headshots. We do mock interviews. We talk about apparel to go get your first job. And then the second half of that, we go to local community businesses and organizations and do a tour. And our members get to ask employees, what do you do every day? How do you do this every day? We've had experience with some of them getting internships at the businesses that we visit. So again, that's a program that's geared to our older members and has been really successful. I keep saying my favorite program is one of my favorite things we do here is obviously the Christmas shop. We named it this year the Carla Sidham Christmas shop to honor her, and it's crazy down there. It is, because it's crazy to be down there. It is like a winter wonderland North Pole Christmas shop. Our kids, each member has the opportunity to go through the shop. We turn the gym into a store, and they get to pick out items for anyone they're going to wake up on Christmas morning with. So mom, dad, aunt, uncle, whoever they're living with. And these gifts are nice. I have just club members come in and really be shocked at a brand new watch they can get their dad, or a football they can get their brother. So they pick all of those out and we wrap them. We have volunteers that do all of this, and volunteers come in and they wrap the gifts and they put them in we call them big Santa bags, and they take them home and they put them under their tree, and their family members have a gift from them. So it's so empowering for our kids to be able to do that for our families. I think we have a little video too to show. So we have a committee, and they, like the video said, they shop all year round. So Ann Herman has taken up that committee. Carla Stidham also was on it, and they're hitting all of the deals. One thing that happened that was really special is Ann Herman was at a Walmart because the basketballs were on sale, and she had a whole cart of basketballs, taking them to her car and loading them up. And someone saw her in the parking lot and stopped her and said, like, what's going on? Made a joke, and she explained the Christmas shop. And he said, well, let's go back in and let's buy some more. And just someone out and about didn't know what the Boys and Girls Club was, or the Christmas shop, or how many kids would be affected. And so they brought in, I mean, we have so many basketballs, but new, right? They have a standard into what they accept and what they shop for. And so it's not just donated items. They're really shopping for quality things. And it makes our kids so proud to be able to pick something out like a brand new basketball for their brother or their dad. So that is truly my favorite thing that we do. So next are people our members. When we say those who need us most, did you already say this? It could mean so many different things. And so I think it's one of my questions. Yeah, it's on the next. I just want to make sure you're not going to see it yet. Okay, so like I said, our people, obviously our youth, and then our staff, which we'll talk about too, and then community members. So we are all people focused, right? It's all about having opportunities like this. It's word of mouth. It's spreading. It takes a lot of people to do it. So our next slide has a lot of information on it. About the members that we are serving. These were last year's numbers, over almost 2,000 registered club members, community outreach participants. That's what I meant when I was talking about our prevention programming in schools. This may be an outside event that's open to the public that we put on. And so we're also reaching youth in our community that way as well. 534 was our average daily attendance in October. And October was the first time in quite a while we served, on a couple of days, we served over 600 club members. It is obviously the amount of members we have is incredible. I love having over 2,000 members now. And it's what they're doing with that membership. Are we seeing them on a regular basis? What can we do to see them on a regular basis? What opportunities can we give them? So that ADA number is what we call our average daily attendance. That's going to keep growing. And it's such a big goal of ours to serve more and more members. Another breakdown of our members. So what is really interesting about this is 42% live in a household with both parents. So when you think the other half of our members are not, that means so many different things. So we have grandparents that are raising their grandchildren. We serve quite a bit of kids that are in foster care. We have single parents, all kinds. So that breakdown is always really interesting to me as well. With the low-income housing, we offer free membership to them. That's a great partnership as well. Our locations are strategically placed in the county to be right next to low-income housing. So that's been also really neat for them to have the club too. Okay, our staff. I keep counting this number because we That's a huge group of people. So each of our units has a unit director. We have program staff that work in our different areas. We have maintenance, we have transportation, we have admin. So we have 81 positions. 75. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, that is a lot of people. What I love to think about is that that's 80, sometimes it's 88 people that are here for the mission that we just talked about. Our people are not here to become millionaires. They are here because, and you have to have a heart to be here with our members. It is not an easy job. No position here is an easy job. And so to have people come, we have some people who have been here for 23 years, 17 years, 11 years, we've celebrated recently. And that is them coming in every single day for these kids. Some of them generation after generation they've seen. So we could not do what we do without our people here. Because not anyone can do this. They really have the heart and the mission and the relationship with our families to keep coming year after year. So I'm very, very grateful for that group of people.
So also, like Sydney said, our staff are instrumental in the success of each day, as is our board. So we are very fortunate to have an incredibly strong board of directors and also a board of trustees. So with both, we have terms. However, what's not as common for nonprofits is we don't have term limits. So we have a board member who's actually been on our board since the year I was born. And then we have board members who have been on our board for a year or two. And so that is so helpful to us as our leadership team because we have that stability, that tenure, just answers to the hard questions and the hard days and different things that we're navigating. So we also have to be the president at our board of directors. It's actually an 8-year commitment. You're 2 years as second VP and 2 years as vice president, 2 years as the board president, and then 2 years as past president. So that's a huge commitment that our board members are willing to give. And it's, again, because they believe in the Boys and Girls Club. Also with our board of directors, we have 10 different committees that we do. So we also pride ourselves that we just have a 1 hour once a month, sometimes an hour and 5 minutes, where we come together for our board meetings because most of the work is truly done in the committee meetings that we have. So we have 39 board of directors, and yes, they are all truly involved and engaged. And that's really one of the things when we share that to other Boys and Girls Clubs, they're blown away by that and say, like, how is that functional? How do you get everybody involved? And we do. And I think that's because our mission shows up in every meeting that we have. And we have very committed individuals who are here for our young people. So then we also have our board of trustees. Our board of trustees, their main job and focus is to ensure that we are ready for the future financially. And so we're very fortunate to have an endowment that kicks back funds into our annual budget every year. So very quick on this one, how many board of trustees members? I'll give you a hint. It's not as many as our board of directors.
12.
12? Okay. Close, very close. 8? Anybody else? 10? 15?
7.5.
And I hate to be that half. So Christy, I'd say you won. We have 9 board of trustees. We can go up to 12. So, right? Well, I'm just sharing some points to Christy, okay? We can rock, paper, scissors. That's how we decide all hard things here. Okay, so yeah, we're very fortunate, and strong nonprofits truly are because of strong boards. So we're very grateful for our trustees and our board of directors. And then, of course, all of our supporters, and those can be our community partners, those who give and contribute to the Boys and Girls Clubs, those who are willing to come in and do a career session, which we would love for all of you To do that, we're also willing to take them to your place of work and let them, I know that we've done that before, let them come in and see all the different career paths. So there are so many people that believe in the Boys and Girls Club, and that's what truly allows us to keep that membership cost at $15 a year. The last time that we raised that cost was back in 2007. And so, as we know, every single thing has gone up in cost, and we're really proud that our membership hasn't. And we're able to do that because of how many people believe in the club. So this is how we are funded. Thank you, Kate, for this beautiful pie chart. So it shows most of our funding does come from government funding. A lot of the programs that Sydney talked about are tied into funding that we get. And that's really exciting because they're great programs and opportunities for our young people that then turn into funding for the club. We also have an incredible amount of individuals and corporate contributions that come in that make 20%. And then you can see there's a few other things. The one that I want to point out is 3% is what comes in of our membership, our program fees, and rentals that we have. And so we're really proud. We have a $3 million operating budget each year. And so 1% of that 3% actually comes from the memberships that our kids pay. So 1% of a $3 million budget is coming directly from our family. So we're very proud of that. Any questions on that one? Okay, thanks for being easy on me. And then this is what we do. So we talked about a $3 million budget. Where does that money go? We're very proud for every dollar that comes to our Boys and Girls Club. 86 cents of that dollar goes straight back into our kids and is focused on club program. Obviously, we have some administrative costs and then fundraising costs as well. That's a huge way that we can get money into the club. We're also very proud that although it's $15 a year to come to the club, it cost us over $1,500 for every kid to be a part of the Boys and Girls Club. And like Sydney said, these are all the different areas that we have in our different locations. One unique thing about the Boys and Girls Clubs of Wayne County is we do what we call open programming. So when our kids get off of the buses, they have a Boys and Girls Club card that they scan in, they put their backpack up unless they have homework to do. And then the club is their oyster. Like they can go wherever they want, do whatever they want. If they want to be in the art room all day, they're in the art room all day. If they want to be in the Morris and Reeves Library branch that we have in some of our clubs, they can be there. And that's really important to us because we want our kids to be happy. They already had 6 hours of sit here, stand there, do this. Here's this test. And so when they're here, we want them to have a chance to be a kid and have that autonomy and that choice to choose where they want to go. And that's unique in Boys and Girls Clubs. A lot of Boys and Girls Club have more what they call closed programming. So based on your age, the school you go to, you kind of rotate through the club. We did that during COVID and it did not work well for our young people or our staff. So we're really happy to be able to go back to open programming and let our kids vote with their feet with where they want to go. And actually, Sydney, if you want to, or I can ask it, and Sydney can give the answer. What area of the Boys and Girls Club do you think is the most popular out of all the program spaces?
Gymnasium.
Games room, gym?
Gym.
Gym. Sorry, Kobe, she beat you? Kirsty might come up and win this. I don't know. Right? Oh, okay. And then what we'd like to use for the next 15 or so minutes is just talking about, now that we've shared all of this information with you, talk about ways that we can partner and that we can better collaborate to, again, better serve the young people in our community. In my opinion, it's one of the most equitable places for our young people because when our kids get here and they're doing whatever they want to do while they're here and all of our areas are open, our kids are playing pool against maybe their adult didn't graduate from high school, or maybe their adult is a doctor at Reed Health. And when you're here at the club, you don't know. You don't know, nor does that matter. You have a chance to truly be a kid So if you can't afford, a lot of the barriers our young people face is being able to afford something, we'll cover the cost. If you don't have transportation, not only do we have transportation from every one of our schools, we also have a take-home route that we drop our kids off at their doorstep come 5:30 every night. So to be able to knock down the barriers, when you think about extracurricular activities at our schools, I know for my kids, it's very hard to make that happen because we can't get off work at 4 o'clock or 4:30 to pick them up. Whereas here at the Boys and Girls Club, with all the partnerships we have, our youth still have an opportunity to participate in 4-H because 4-H is coming into our building. They have an opportunity to be a part of Every Child Can Read because they're inside of our building. And so it's yeah, the theater, Richmond Civic Theater, that was a wonderful partnership that we had. And if you were at our annual dinner last year, Trace Lewis was one of our singers, and his parents were blown away that he sung. They just didn't know that that was a talent that he had. And that's what's unique about the Boys and Girls Club is we have that opportunity and that time to unlock all of the potential of our young people and partner with Richmond Civic Theater to offer. He was a star in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory too. So yeah, it's all the partnerships that we have that make all these opportunities possible. So we like, a lot of the times we say the 3 T's, we like the 4th one. So time, like Amy said, come in and volunteer. The Christmas shop is such a great opportunity. So that can just be a one-day thing, and then you'll fall in love and you'll be here as often as you can. Your talent, if you have a passion or a hobby or something that you would like to share with our kids, please do that. I think a lot of the times when you talk to a 7-year-old and you say, what do you want to be when you grow up? They say, a teacher, a police officer, a doctor. Those are great fields, and how many more fields are within all of those? So that exposure is crucial. Treasure, which is not simply monetary donations, it's also, would you be willing to have the Christmas shop bin at your place of work? Or would you be willing to donate some items? Arts and crafts items are always a huge need for our kids because we go through those pretty fast. And then testimony. We want and hope that you'll share something that you've learned today. So those are our 4 T's in all different ways that you could be a part of the club, even more a part of the club because I know most of you are. So Sydney is our dreamer, and she actually shared at our Board of Trustees meeting last week that she wants to be at 1,000 kids. That's our goal. I think we do have the capacity for 1,000 kids on average each day. We are honestly at a point with Hagerstown where we're hitting capacity. We're a little bit more limited on space there just because it is in a school. Whereas our Western Wayne, our Wayne Bank unit, that has been a little stagnant at about 60, 65 kids up until this year. And this year we're hitting 80 to 85 kids, which is really exciting. However, at that building with the space that we have, we could easily have 150 every single day. This building is at about 140 each day. However, before we had all the different units that were opened in Richmond, we had 360 every day. Yeah, and have a wait list, and that hurt our heart. However, it was 360 is not healthy. I was actually our unit director. Yeah, and it was just the line outside of my office. So I think more realistic would be about 250 in this building.
We had to get more units.
Yeah.
Part of the solution.
Yeah. When we opened our McDaniel unit, so now our 3 Richmond clubs each serve 2 of our elementary schools, so they're really equally dispersed. And then they all have access to Tess, Dennis, and Richmond High School transportation to all those, which is exciting too. So yeah, I think 1,000 would be wonderful, and 850, 900. I think actually our plan for 2028 is to be at that number with our growth. And so a couple initiatives that we had, we eclipsed membership fees with the solar eclipse. Thank you, Kate, for that wonderful idea. And so we actually had free membership cards that we gave out and are still giving out to those in our community. And then our Torch Club and Keystone Club, which are our leadership clubs for our 10 and older club members, they actually went around and did the old school door hangers on all the different neighborhoods around our clubs that advertised a free membership too. So that has resulted in over 300 members that we've had come to the club this year. which is exciting. Yep. And we are very proud of our membership number being at that 2,030. However, what's even more important to us are how many are actually attending. That's great. You're a member. We want you here at least 2 times a week, if not more, to be able to see that true impact. The other thing Sydney and her team does is we make sure that we're at every single back to school night we have, which is very hard to do because there's a lot of schools with the districts that we serve. However, simply using Wayne Bank as an example for Western Wayne schools, that resulted in 34 new memberships that we got from that one night. And so it's, we talked about this, I'm looking at Amy because we say it a lot with our board, is being well known versus known well. And so people know we exist. Do you know we're $15 a year? Do you know that we have 7 locations? Do you know all these things about us? And so I think getting that messaging out is crucial to increase our impact.
Within that segment, you saw that one of the things that happens is the Boys and Girls Club of Wayne County Christmas Shop. That is actually going to be taking place beginning Monday, December 9th and running through Thursday, December 12th. They think they've got all their volunteer slots covered, but if it's something you would want to do and help out with, you can reach out to the Boys and Girls Club of Wayne County at their Jeffers unit. We're going to take a break and be back with more In Focus in just a moment.
Let's shine by seeing the best in all of us and by looking out for everyone's well-being. Let's shine by staying true to ourselves while surging toward the future. Let's shine with the best care possible and by treating you here, right in your hometown. Let's look out for each other. Let's stay healthy. Let's shine together.
Happy holidays to you and your family from our family here at the Third Sector.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Darnell with Richmond Rising. Join me this month as we speak to Mayor Oler with his year-end update.
Once Elder Bremen comes down, the skyline's going to change immediately. And one of the things you're going to see is the first building that survived the explosion. Then it'll change again when the apartments go up, and we'll look more like a modern, growing city. I'm very excited about that.
That's Richmond Rising, Monday evenings at 6:30 on WGTV Channel 11.
There's nothing like a beautiful day and an early morning tea time. A great experience begins with one swing. Managing finances with First Bank Richmond is just as effortless. Drive after drive, hole after hole, my game is on course. First Bank Richmond, this is where I belong.
Thanks for staying with us on this week's In Focus on WGTV Channel 11, or maybe you're catching us on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page, or maybe it's a Sunday morning and you're listening to 1490 AM, 100.9 FM, ESPN Radio, WKBV, or their sister station, G1013. However you are seeing or listening to us, we appreciate you taking some time. Normally, Whitewater Community Television holds its annual meeting in September, and at that time, we release a video that shows what we did during the previous fiscal year. Our fiscal years run July 1 through June 30th. Our annual meeting was a little late this year, but we still want to show you some of what happened during that fiscal year of 23-24. So our staff put this together, and we hope you enjoy seeing what your community channel has been doing.
And that you will faithfully, impartially, and diligently discharge the duties of the office of Mayor of Richmond according to law and to the best of your ability.
I can't even begin to tell you the achievements that Sean has achieved as the executive director of RAM.
So to that end, I am going to attempt to talk about 125 years of history in less than 10 minutes.
Our 45th anniversary is an opportunity to really showcase the donors and the foresight of our founders, and I guess also their commitment to Wayne County.
Wayne County and its communities, big and small, are fortunate enough to sit directly in the path of the next total solar eclipse.
It's hard to believe, but on April 8th, at roughly 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all of this will go dark.
Appreciate everyone coming today, and this event that will happen in 45 days from today will be the biggest event you have ever seen.
We will begin this with officers killed in the line of duty to the Richmond Police Department. K-9 Officer Sierra Burton.
We're going to try to do something a little different here with the department. Instead of when the promotion comes about, we usually just call them to the office, call your husband or wife, we hand them their badge and tell them congratulations. I've never felt that that's enough. They go to work every day. They do the job every day. They answer every call every day that they're on duty. They deserve just a little bit more than just handing the badge across the table.
I'd like to welcome you to the Indiana University East Legislative Forum. We're honored to have our two legislators with us, Representative Brad Barrett and Senator Jeff Rotz.
This morning you'll be hearing remarks regarding national and international business, financial markets, the outlook for the state of Indiana, as well as the local business and economic report.
We acknowledge and are grateful for the members of the Court of Appeals of Indiana who will be joining us shortly, for their staff, along with our local judges, local and state government officials who are here with us.
Honors Convocation is a unique event of the academic year. Its purpose is to recognize the academic achievements of some of the top students.
Today, I invite you to celebrate the discipline of nursing, a career that allows men and women the opportunity to have special relationships with people and families.
Welcome to the 2024 Ivy Tech Community College Richmond Campus Commencement Ceremony. Yeah.
It's a week of great fun and activity, and we are always here. This is one of the most fun shows that we have a chance to do. Welcome to In Focus at the Fair.
It's always special, you know, to be able to do something like this here in my hometown. You know, where I was raised, where I have so many young kids who look up to me and have followed my journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a great round of applause to the architect of the Richmond Roosters, John Gay.
What a great parade we just had. And it was a great testament to our veterans and this amazing community.
It's a long corridor. So we talked about this when we got together at the last meeting. This is 20 plus miles, so we are taking you all the way from the state line here to west of Cambridge City.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your king. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That was a 7-minute video that included a lot of highlights of what we covered, but it didn't include everything. So my thanks to the Whitewater Community Television staff for their dedication and work during our last fiscal year. Keep your eye on the Whitewater Community Television family of stations over the next few weeks as we show you our end of the year wrap up. Some of the things you already saw, plus some of the things we've been doing since the new fiscal year started on July 1. Before we get out of here, some things to remind you of. In a very busy holiday season, Richmond Civic Theater is having their holiday open house Friday night, December 6th from 6 till 8. Cookies, hot chocolate, tree lighting at 6:30. Children's choir singers, parade at 7 o'clock in downtown Richmond. WCTV will be there as we normally are covering that. There's a holiday concert and sing-along with the IU East Richmond Chorale happening Friday, December 6th. That will be at 7 p.m. in the community room at Friends Fellowship. It's part of the Lively Arts Series, which is presented by First Bank Richmond in conjunction with WCTV. The Eastern Indiana Gym and Geological Society's Christmas Bazaar is happening this Saturday, December 7th from 9 to 5, and Sunday, December 8th from 10 till 3. It's going to be held at the Eastern Indiana Gym and Geological Society, 5199 West National Road in Centerville. It is a cash-only event. If you want to go to Centerville and check out Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. Connorsville, excuse me. If you want to go to Connorsville and check out Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus, you can do that December 6th and 7th. 13th and 14th at 7 p.m., December 8th and 15th at 2 p.m. That's at 406 Central Avenue in Connorsville. Seating is limited. It is a ticketed event. Call 765-973-3554 for more information. Work continues on I-70 with the Revive I-70 project coming soon, beginning Friday, December 6th through Friday, December 13th. The left lane of eastbound I-70 is expected to be closed. And then just to keep it fun and interesting, December 13th through December 20th, the right lane of eastbound I-70 is expected to be closed. Full lane restrictions will allow the work to be completed faster, preventing prolonged and extended delays. But do expect delays, and you might want to find some alternate routes. Morrison Reed's Library will be working with Richmond architectural firm LWC Incorporated to develop the Building Master Plan. The library is hosting a series of community forum sessions to gather information and input on that plan. Meetings will be held at Morrison Reed's Library Tuesday, December 10th at 5:30, Saturday, December 14th at 10:30 a.m. You might want to give your ideas on what the library should look like, so they are looking for your input. Richmond Civic Theater's December production, which is happening December 12th through the 15th and the 19th through the 22nd, is It's a Wonderful Life. Definitely check it out. If you need ticket information, you can go to gorct.org. The Wayne County Genealogical Society's annual Christmas Bazaar, we talked about this with Marcia Sloan just a week or so ago, is happening on December 13th and 14th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. at the First Friends Meeting, 2010 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Don't forget, Mrs. Claus will be there on December 14th from 10 until 1. Christmas at Reed Center is going to be taking place on December 17th at 4 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. It was so well attended last year, they're doing 2 sessions of it this year, free admission. The Reed Center is at 1004 North A Street in Richmond. You can go to reedcenter.org if you need more information, or if you're on Facebook, check them out on Facebook also for more information. The Richmond Farmers Market is having a holiday festival. It's going to be a festive celebration at the Farmers Market on the 21st of December. That's from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. That's taking place at the Star Jeanette Building, 101 South 1st Street in Richmond. There'll be 30-plus vendors, photos with Santa, unique holiday gifts, seasonal treats, activities, and a whole lot more. Don't forget the Richmond Farmers Market Holiday Festival on the 21st from 9 till 12. And we want to remind you that the offices and studios of WCTV is going to be closed for the holiday, beginning on December 24th at 1 p.m. Our doors will reopen on January 2nd at 8:30 a.m. We wish all of you a happy holiday season. Thank you for watching this week's In Focus on Whitewater Community Television's WGTV Channel 11. If you missed this program, replays are going to take place at 10:30 this evening. Also Friday night at 8 p.m., Saturday at 8 a.m. and 9 p.m., Sunday at 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. You can also, as I mentioned previously, find this program on our YouTube channel. It's also available on our Facebook page. Thanks for watching this week's In Focus. I hope you have a great week. As always, I wish you well. This episode of In Focus has been made possible through the support of First Bank Richmond, with 8 locations in Wayne County to serve you. First Bank Richmond, bank where you belong. And by Reed Health, offering nationally recognized quality and technology with a personal touch. Reed Health, let's shine together. And by The Leland Legacy, a rich past and a bright future. Live your best life at The Leland Legacy.